Hopefully, I don't know if that'll help. This video is for, let me see if my little flashlight helps anything. I got this new little flashlight. I guess I should push these back. Maybe if I turn that on, that'll help. That helps a little bit, but not much. It's evening time. Is it helping any? Oh, that might help. I got the light staring at me, but it might help y'all. No, that's better. Yeah, just use a flashlight. So, I got in here to the terminal in Phoenix. This load is supposed to go to, it's a Nestle load, supposed to go into Mira Loma. They had me going across the 40, but I kept hearing something with the tires. So the closest terminal I knew was Phoenix, and Phoenix has an inspection bay, but they've streamlined things so badly that they only got one guy there. So all he did was walk around. I was like, "Are you sure the tires are okay?" I said, "I keep hearing them." Whatever. I guess he didn't care, and I was like, "Yes, doesn't even matter." Madness. This video is gonna be a video response, but I'm gonna kind of tell y'all what's going on right now. I'm not feeling good, so we do get sick time here at the company, and I'm gonna take a sick day. I'm hoping my driver manager is in today, because I know sometimes she'll take a day off, because she also handles things with her family. And I know, like I said, I know she's a veteran. I know she mentioned some kind of disability, but I'm not sure of all the details. I'm here in Phoenix. I'm gonna do while I'm taking a sick day, try to pack up and clean stuff, because I let Joe know that I was coming into town. He has a key to my storage unit, and I don't know what to do with the other key. And I want to get some bags off the truck, so I'm going to do that. And I need to get there to get a jacket, too. So I need to get some winter stuff, because I'm not feeling, like I said, I'm not feeling too hot. And then I'm going to probably do some sleeping. So I don't know if they're going to T-call this load here. I put the paperwork on the trailer in case they do. Which I'm okay with. This just has been a nightmare, actually. The nightmare started with the raggedy trailer at the beef company, but we won't even go there right now. I can't. It's exhausting putting your head around just foolishness and trifling. There's a whole bunch of words I could use. And not to mention the weird conversation with the guy about it's only snow showers. That just really, and I showed y'all a picture of what was happening off and on all damn day. Anyway, I don't want to go down that rabbit path. So this is for, I believe the name is Elise. I hope I got that name right. If not, I apologize. I got a message in the background of a lady who is interested. I think she said her, and I don't know if it's your girl, meaning girlfriend, friend, or y'all are partners. I don't know. Irrelevant, but I know you said you looked at Prime as one, but you had heard bad things. Now, I'm going to give you, I don't know, I've never worked at Prime. We do have somebody on the TheTrucker411 DeeBoy Stance who did work at Prime. I do not know what, D seemed to be very happy with Prime. I don't know, sounded like maybe driver manager was okay, but seemed to be happy with it. The only reason that she went local was because of family reasons. There is also, I don't know if you're saying partner like your partner, like a significant other. There's a couple called Nick and Carla, and they actually went through Prime, and our Prime company drivers team. They have a video thing. They do other stuff on theirs too, but they do talk about their Prime experience. And since you've linked to me, I'm gonna see if I can friend you. There's a group called Black CDL Holders, and you have Dee Sova and Tiffany Hanna, who are both work for Prime. So I'm sure, I hope, I don't know. I think Dee Sova, I think would reach back out to you. I don't know about Tiffany, because I know she's a trainer too. She's a mentor there. But you probably could reach out to any of those people and get a feedback on Prime. I will tell you what I liked about what I see when it comes to Prime, and I could be wrong. I think any trucking company can be a fit. I think you could go to a Warner. I think you could go to a Swift. I think you could go to a Knight. And I think that for you or for someone else, it may work. I think I could go to those companies, and based on who I am, one might work, one might not work. the guy who did my refresher trainer, he has been 21 years here at the company I'm at. How he's done it, I don't know. Because some of what I'm experiencing, I'm like, oh, hell to the no. I came back to the company that I'm at because it does have a kind of corporate feel about it. I understood how they run. They are somewhat very methodical, but I've tasted another level of treatment. So I'm looking for something more that they're not at. They're still stuck at the starter company stage. Why they want to expand and embrace and draw experienced drivers, they're still not necessarily doing, in my opinion, it might just be my experience, what I know can be just done at other companies for mature drivers. I wouldn't go to a company. So like for Pride, I could fuel wherever I wanted to fuel the Pride. They didn't care. They were like, here's your fuel card, fuel anywhere you want to fuel, boop de boop de boop, and it was good. Okay. At the Oklahoma company, here's your brand new truck. It has APU on it. They ran the hell out of you, and they actually did a lot of stuff they weren't supposed to do. They had a lot of tired drivers, and I really believe like they're calling during sleep or birth and interrupting you and just doing some crazy stuff that you really shouldn't do as a trucking company. They were doing. They also would ask you to overspeed and do stuff like that, and they didn't have any drive cams, so they really care. Just try not to hit nothing. I mean, that's honestly, it was. So I understand what I'm looking for is more of kind of like what Conway had going on, but with the driver manager that I have today. So I need a marriage of that. It's not perfection, but it's damn close. So you were asking about, well, you hadn't heard things good about. I don't know about Prime's training. I can't tell you. And I know that you're talking about the expenses to go to a trucking school. You can do it through student loan, or you can actually research companies you can go through and see if they're willing to pay for your schooling. Now, I have a headhunter who I know she says she has a free CDO school. I can't tell you about that. I don't know if it's good, bad, or indifferent. I'm always one that if it's free or through a company, it's not possibly always going to be the best. I don't know about Prime, but I think Prime is a little bit better on their trucking training requirements, than most of your starter companies or starter training companies. One other one that I haven't heard anything bad about is KLLM, which is Clem. They are a reefer company as well. They do have a starter program. I think there's somewhere in the South. So they actually might be a good choice. Knight has a training program. Werner has a training. Does Werner have one? I have to hold on that. I don't know if Werner has a training program as far as like new students. So you may have to check with them. I do know Swift has one. Who else? I know that CFI, which used to be Conway, takes new students, but I don't know if they actually have a training program or if they require you to go to a training school. The headhunter I know used to be the fleet manager, or one of the fleet managers for Conway. So she could answer that question, and I can get you her information, which I will get you that information. And then you can call her. You can call Heidi. Company, yeah, you can call Heidi. I'll get you the information in the background. And thank you for the compliments on the video. No, and to answer your questions, I've only been driving approximately 5 years. Not 7 or 8, so I don't know why it sounds that way. I have not. I think some of probably what you hear is the fact that I am a person that even as a kid, I listen to older people. I listen to wisdom. So even though Trucker Bill can sometimes be special, I can pick through his specialness, and basically I can weed through the forest to get all the other stuff, stuff smack talk he talks, to get the wisdom that he has in 42 plus years of driving. I also have newfounded friendships or associations, however you want to put it, that I've gotten through social media for some drivers with 20 plus experience, like JC Elect. He's got like 21 plus years experience. Actually, I just talked to him the other day. So, and I listen, and we'll talk, and we have a very good vibe, but there's things that he'll say, and if there's something in wisdom that I didn't know, I put that in my toolkit, and that's in my mental box to use if I need to. With this particular load fiasco that I left out of here with, and I just had a really long come to Jesus talk with Trucker Bill, because I'm not happy. I won't even go, and I'm happy the load is gone. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy the load is gone. Don't even think I'm upset about that. I was like, I'm so happy y'all can have this load. I just didn't like the way the person on the dispatch end handled it, and I just got a very nasty vibe. But that just could be me. Again, it's through a written thing, and I understand they deal with hundreds of people, and it's a male guy. I've never dealt with this guy. I don't know who the hell he is. So the way he came across to me, but see, I'm also somebody, I can have a-hole tendencies. So one a-hole knows another a-hole. That's the only way I can put it. An a-hole knows an a-hole, and I just got a-hole vibe. And in no way was I being an a-hole to this person. Now, if I'm being an a-hole to you, I appreciate it. Come back. I didn't get a good vibe. So, and I didn't like the way, there's other stuff that I saw, and there's things I can't talk about that this genius wrote. And I'm sitting there going, you're really dumb. I would have never put that in writing. But I'll leave that alone. I'm not going to put it on here. I told my driver manager, I sent her 2 emails just a few minutes ago. You need to go and read this. And you deal with that in your office, and I'm good. I don't have anything to talk about right now. Right now, what I talk about is I don't feel good. So I'm going to take a sick day. And while I'm down sick, I'm going to get some stuff done. Finish up some stuff on this truck that I wanted to finish up, because I feel some stuff coming to a head for me. Especially after this weekend. Madness. No money made. Sitting on a load I sat on that damn load from 5 p.m. in the evening on Thursday until almost 6 in the morning when I talked to her on Friday. And I ain't going to get that much money from that detention pay. It's not going to be enough to even warrant anything. And then I only got so far because I had to wait for the snow to clear up in Flag. Then to get hit with snow in Jamestown, New Mexico. And then for that drama to tell me it's only snow showers and you sitting in warm California and know what the hell you talking about. Instead of looking at this drama that's out here, I waited until 1400 to leave. And I'm sorry. And then tell me about your seasoned team. Well, go on, military seasoned team, if that's what they were. Y'all go on and drive that madness. I'm not gonna risk my life on that, and I'm not gonna risk somebody else. And there's another portion y'all don't know that I'm not mentioning regarding the team itself. So I'm not even gonna mention what was written about that. I'll just leave that alone. So sweet mother of God. But you're gonna tell me about safety next. Anyway, sorry, it's a little bit of ramble there, Elise. What I would first do, Stevens, I think, is another one. I think Stevens, I don't know if they do training, though. There's a bunch of companies that do starter stuff. And you can go to, here's what I would do. Go to jiggijobs.com. That's the one I can think of. You can put in a random app and talk to my headhunter, Heidi. Let her know that you're looking at trucking school and see what she can do for you. You can ask her opinion. Like I said, this lady was a fleet manager for Conway for years. I mean, I think from what I understand, she got awards from them, with the CEO or whatever of Conway, where she had moved through the chain, and then she had some health issues, and then she decided to become a placement, to start her own placing company for truck drivers. So she does enjoy working with us. But you could really, I would go ahead and I'll get you the information and talk to her and get her opinion. Also, you can reach out to DeeBoy Stance on TheTrucker411. She will respond. You can, again, I'm going to try to see if I can do a friend request to you. If you accept that, then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and add you to the Black CDO group. And like I said, all you do is a search for D Silver and Tiffany Hannah and see if they'll respond to you. I don't know about Tiffany. I know D Silver runs some kind of women's blog group. And so you can probably, I think that she would reply to you if you posted a question to her. Again, I don't know. I'm going to presume she would. Regarding Prime. Now, she did not start out in Prime's training program. She actually worked at one of the starter companies that I'm with. That I was with. And so, in doing that, I'm sorry, y'all, in doing and working for that starter company, and then she moved over to Prime. But she's part of their driver advisory board. So I have not worked for this company. I could probably go to Prime and hate it. I don't know. And right now, I don't know where I'm going. I do know I'm looking at a lot of options right now. DSOVA is part of their driver advisory board. What I've been impressed with Prime is that they have a very strong group that tends to promote women in the trucking industry. And I don't think it's just in one area. The lady that I met, if you watch the video where I first met, sorry y'all, when I first met Chi-Town Trucker, he drove off and there was a lady from Prime who drove up. And you'll hear me talking to her. Well, that lady is part of the Prime Driver Advisory Board. And that's what she asked me. She said, do you know who DSOVA is? Because of some company affiliations that I had. I said, I did not meet her while I was at that company, but I'm familiar with her because we're on a social media group together. And so, at that point, I think she's on the Black CDO holder one. I think that it doesn't, I'll get you hooked up. It doesn't matter. I can get you hooked up. You can reach out and ask questions to those people. I can't answer. Nick and Carla run their video. I don't know if they'll respond. You can go on there and look at some of their videos when they were training with Prime. They trained with 2 different Prime drivers. My understanding is they started their whole, I don't think they went to trucking school. I think they went to Prime school, I believe. And then DeeBoy Stance, you can pull her up, and she did go to Prime school. And you go on there and leave her a message. She knows who I am, and leave her a message, and I'm pretty sure she'll respond. If she doesn't, just let me know because I have her cell phone. I'll just say, hey, somebody's trying to talk to you and ask you questions. Or we can add you to 411, and I think you can message her through the 411. I think you can. Anyway, so sorry. But if you go to, I like trucking school, but I understand the expense. My trucking school was $10,000. It was pretty penny. It wasn't cheap. But I also think that the wisdom I have comes from the fact that I had 6 months of trucking school, not 3 weeks. It's just like the company I'm at asked me to apply to be one of their instructors. I put a video up about that at the trucking school here in Phoenix. No. And it's not that, like I said, I don't think this is a bad company for a starter company. But their trucking school is, I had students from that trucking school, and there's no way in hell. I don't want my name behind that. And the reason I say that is there's bigger issues, and I don't know if it was Lewis Shelton, somebody who had worked for a trucking school, and they had told me about having to go to court. Because if you have a student who doesn't do well in the trucking school, and they get into an accident, they can come back and say you didn't train them properly and try to sue you. So if that person kills something, I'm so cool on it. And 3 weeks is not long enough for that person to really, in my humble opinion, have a decent command and understanding of the industry. Even when I came into the industry with 6 months, I was still learning just the nuances of this industry. So, yeah. That's my only issue. But if your only choice financially is to go through a trucking school, then go through it. And you have to work for them for 6 months to a year. I think there's several companies like that. Go ahead and go through it. A covenant is another one. They make you team, but I mean, do what you got to do to get the CDL. Once you get the CDL, you can apply anywhere you want. So I'm going to tell you a story. One of my friends, and I have heard horror stories about Sarah England, for example. But one of my friends, he came to the company I'm at right now, and they asked questions about smoking, and he said he had smoked within a certain period of time, so they told him goodbye. He went to Sierra England, got on with Sierra England, went through their training process in school, got his CDL, and when he got done and was getting ready to upgrade to a truck, the city basically they trying to talk him into buying a truck. He didn't want to buy a truck, and they basically told him that he was basically, we're not going to give you that many freight runs if you don't buy the truck. Basically, the freight is going to be for our truck purchasers first, and then everybody else second. So he immediately applied for another company, and he got on with I think a reefer company out of Texas. And even with his CDL, he had to go back out. I think he had to go back with a trainer for a little bit with that company, and then he drove for them for about a year. So even, let's say you go to XYZ company and it doesn't work out. Once you have the CDL, you just have to go back out with some starter company and possibly go out with a trainer. So, and then you may owe the money. And if you're going to do that, though, well, we have to tell you how to do it. Because some companies, if you have a contract with them, if you don't have another gig before you leave, you have to pay that money back before you can move into another company. So it just really depends. We can give you more. Chi-Town Trucker can give you more information on that process if that happens. So he left one company he was with before he completed the process of paying them back for the school or for whatever, I think it was school or whatever. And what he ended up doing was he just started making payments, but he obtained a job before he actually resigned. And they weren't able to stop him from working because he obtained the job before they said anything about him having this agreement or whatever. So he ended up paying off his debt cash and just making payments on it, and that worked. So it just really depends. There's a lot of ways to get your CDL. So trucking school with financial aid, you can check with community college like DCIJams did. Go through that, and that might be financial aid and or a grant. So that's another thing, checking the grants. My friend's husband and a couple other people I knew back when I was in trucking school, they went to trucking school for free. And it was a state grant through the the unemployment office for job placement. They're the ones that got the grant and got them what they needed. So it's just really dependent on stuff like that. Trying to think if I need to tell you anything else. I'm hoping that helps you. But if you have questions, feel free to ask. I love driving. I actually enjoy it. I'm a lot more cautious than most, which is probably why I knock on wood, I don't have any accidents. It's a very unique industry. It is male dominated. There's still a lot of game in it. And you have to kind of know who you are and try your best not to get caught up, but people will take you there. I'm trying to think what else to tell you. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to cover. If there's anything else I need to cover, I'll do another video. But what I would do right now is I'll go ahead and send you the information for the headhunter, and you can reach out to her and see what other suggestions she might have. And like I said, she might have something in your area and get you through school. But like once you have the CDL, you can pretty much go where you want to go. I could tell you stories right now. I got a friend of mine's husband who's done some really shoddy stuff, and he makes more money than me. He's out 1 week, home a week, out a week, home a week, and he's making more money than me, and my record is better. So you can make money, and you can do well. It's just going to depend. Anyway, I want you to be blessed. If you have any questions or if I missed anything, I'll try to answer it in the next video. Two, be blessed. I'll be doing shout-out videos soon. Peace.